Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Summer Meeting Thursday, Wednesday, 13th March 2024 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the 55 Exchange Sprint. Four horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. First, we are looking at race number 25, where we had a stunning cruise. He took the turn in 10 spots, stayed on in 10. We had the all-time legend. He took the turn in 7 spot, then he beat the passage towards the inside and came out and finished on board in 4th spot. Dance Along, who took the turn in 14th spot, made a couple of placings and eventually finished on 12th. And number 9, the Wooster, who took the turn in 13th spot after being a little lethargically out of the gate. Eventually finished on second last of 15 runners. The winner here was La Dominator, won that race by a long neck. This was over 1100 meters. Number 2 is Multi-Starrer. Multi-Starrer has had quite a few starts in the season and has not placed in any of them. Last start was in race number 116. The one we are looking at was over 1600 meters. Multi-Starrer was in 4th spot at the end of the home straight, as you can see in the blue and white jacket, then started to drop back and eventually finished on way back in the rear. The winner here was Star Prosperity, who won that race by almost 4 lengths. Couple of runners, number 3, John Lafette, number 6, Zuccardi. This is from race number 96. Zuccardi had run on second in an earlier start in race number 85, and John Lafette, who had finished on second and third respectively in race number 34, race number 40. Over here, John Lafette took the turn in 11th spot, dropped back and finished on 12th. Zuccardi, who took the turn in 3rd spot, rapidly dropped back and eventually finished on second last. The winner here was Archway. Number 5 is Rowdy. Rowdy is one start from the season in race number 6, over 1100 meters. Took the turn in 6th spot, eventually finished on 8th. The winner here was Kalahari Gold, who won that race by 2.5 lengths. Number 8 is East Side. East Side has had few starts in the season, has been knocking on the doors. The start was from race number 84, where East Side traveled over 1400 meters, took the turn in 3rd spot and eventually stayed on in 3rd. The winner here was Mandolin, who won that race by 2.5 lengths. East Side to be ridden by Hindu Singh. Number 10 is King Roger. Started the season on a positive note after being slowly out of the gates in race number 61, but still managed to finish on 3rd. The start we're looking at is from race number 108, where King Roger took the turn in 10th spot, then after the early exertions dropped back and finished on second last of 13 runners. The winner here was 26 Black, who won the race by almost 2 lengths. Number 11 is She's Our Star. 3 starts for She's Our Star so far in the season. Has been unplaced in all of his 3 starts. The last start, she took the turn in a 12th spot and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Miss American Pie, who won that race by a widening margin of 8 lengths. Lastly, number 12 is Indian Tiger, has had quite a few starts, started the season well, the 3rd placed efforts in race number 12, then finished on second in a later start in race number 83. Over here in race number 122 was leading the pack, as you can see in the black and white jacket, but started to drop back and eventually finished on mid-pack. The winner here was My Princess, who got that race in a 3-way photo. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the 55 Exchange Cup for maiden horses 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. The first runners we're looking at from race number 111. This was a Medius, who took the turn in 5th slot and stayed on in 5th. And we had number 10, Sea Salt Caramel. Sea Salt Caramel has been a real money spinner, has been facing in almost all of his 4 starts. Was on a start to finish mission, but Rahila came with a run down the center, and Sea Salt Caramel did the next best thing, finished on second to the amount of Pete Trevor, Sea Salt Caramel, and Amadeus written by Ayaz Khan. Number 3 is Ormes, Rodrigo Corner, Rodrigo Canela. A couple of starts for Ormes in race number 111, finished on 4th behind Rahila. The run we are looking at is from race number 115, went over 1100 meters, was in 3rd spot until the home straight. then started to drop back and eventually finished on fourth. The winner here was Villanelle, who won that race by 5.25 lengths. Number 5 is Alexa, shifting power out of strength and beauty. One start for Alexa where she was clearly out of the case, took the turn in fourth spot and stayed on in fourth. The winner there was Global Influence. Today, Alexa ridden by Rafik Sheikh. Number 8 is Just Dash, Anas Barakwa, out of Systematic. 3 starts for Just Dash, finished on third in race number 31 behind Snow Leopard, then finished on second behind National Grace in race number 38. In race number 69, with the one we are looking at, went over 1200 meters, was in third spot, dropped back a place and eventually finished on fourth for 5 runners. The winner here again was National Grace, who won the race by 8.5 lengths. We move on to the third race of the year after the 55 Exchange online gaming app played Division 1 for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. This is a no-whip race. The first runner we are looking at is UV. UV was a winner in race number 33, where UV got the measure of Swift Lady. Since then has had a couple of placed efforts, then a couple of unplaced efforts, including the run we are looking at from race number 125, where UV took the turn in last spot and stayed on in last. The winner here was La Dominant, who got that race by a long neck. We're looking at race number 92. This was the second win for Blinky Bill, where Blinky Bill went on a start to finish mission again and had something in the tank left, kicked away, won the race by 2.5 lengths. We had Felix, which was also Felix's second start of the season. First in race number 75, finished on 5th. Then over here, Felix was in 4th spot at the end of the home straight, then made up a placing and eventually finished on 3rd. Felix the mount of P.S. John and Blinky Bill ridden by apprentice jockey S. Saba. We're looking at 3 runners from race number 130. We had Dubai Prince, who took the turn in 14th spot, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 8th. We had number 7, Extravagant Star, who took the turn in 6th spot, then dropped back and finished on 9th. Number 9 was MSG Fantasy, who was in last spot at the end of the home straight, made up a couple of placings and eventually finished on 13th. The winner here was Blackstone, who won the race by 4.5 lengths. MSG Fantasy today ridden by Arshella, Extravagant Star by Abdul Fazal, and Dubai Prince by Nikhil Naidu. We're looking at race number 118, where we had 3 runners coming from there. Number 5 was Wenching, who took the turn in 6th spot, then dropped back and eventually finished on 12th. We had number 11, which was Palcha, who took the turn in 13th spot, made up a few places and eventually finished on 9th. And we had number 14, which is Hellblazer. Hellblazer took the turn in 12th spot and made up a placing and eventually finished on 11th. The winner here was King Roger. Hellblazer to the amount of Shafiq SK, Palcha ridden by P. Uday Kiran, and Wenching the amount of Tawfiq Ahmed. Couple of runners we are looking at from race number 109. Super Rakiga, who was a little slowly into stride, took the turn in 5th spot, then dropped back and finished on 6th. We had number 12, Kindred Spirit. Kindred Spirit was on a start to finish mission, as you can see in the white and blue jacket, but then started to back paddle and eventually finished on second last. The winner here was Tiger Shah. We got number 10, Ready to Win. Ready to Win has had 1 start so far in the season in race number 122, where Ready to Win took the turn in 13th spot, finished on 13th. The winner here was My Princess, who got that race by a 3-way finish by head-to-head. Today, Ready to Win ridden by Vinay Jaswal. Number 13 is Velalage. Velalage, the start is from race number 103, where Velalage took the turn in 7th spot, then started to back paddle and eventually finished on last of 10 runners. The winner here was Zukor, who got that race by length and 3/4. Today, Velalage ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan. We move on to the fourth race of the afternoon, the 55 Exchange online gaming app played Division 2 for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters, and this is a no-whip race. The first runner we're looking at is Supercella. Has had 4 starts so far in the season, hit the bird in the first start, finished on 4th in race number 49, since then 3 unplaced efforts. The race we are looking at is from race number 123, where Supercella took the turn in 7th spot, eventually dropped back and finished on second last. The winner here was Miss American Pie, who won that race by almost 8 lengths. Number 2 is Fancy Nancy, after coming down from Western India, where had a win in race number 46 in Bombay season. This start we are looking at from the current Calcutta season in race number 116, where Fancy Nancy took the turn in 5th spot, came up down the centre, and eventually took the inside run and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Star Prosperity, who won the race by almost 4 lengths. Fancy Nancy to the amount of Hindu Singh. Number 3 is Dubai Star, win legend out of Württemberg. Dubai Star started the season rather well with a second place efforts to Metzgal, then had a third place efforts to Kiefer in race number 30. The start we're looking at is race number 108, where Dubai Star took the turn in 6th spot, then made up a placing and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was 26 Black. Dubai Star today ridden by Abdul Fazal, claims couple of kilos off. 3 runners from race number 130, Fresh Hope, who was on a start to finish mission, eventually surrendered the lead to Blackstone and finished on 2nd. We had Cuban Feet, who took the turn in 8th spot and decided to drop back and eventually finished on 12th. The other runner was number 9, which is Trebia. Trebia took the turn in 12th spot and dropped back and finished on 2nd last. As I said, the winner was Blackstone, who won the race by 4.5 lengths. Number 6 is Angel Light. The starts we are looking at from the monsoon season in race number 22, where earlier start finished on 3rd in race number 8 to Jawai. Over here, Angel Light was in front as they entered the home straight, then started to drop back and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Burmese, who won the race by 5.25 lengths. Number 7, Loretta. This is from race number 918. Was in 11th spot as they entered the home straight, then made up a few placings and eventually finished on 8. Number 12 was Tender Heart. Tender Heart was a winner in race number 25. Since then has a placed efforts in race number 79. Over here, Tender Heart took the turn in 8th spot, then dropped back and eventually finished on 13th of 15 runners. The winner here was King's Ransom, who won that race very impressively. Couple of runners from race number 104, Calcutta, who was in 9th spot, made up a couple of placings and finished on 7th. We had number 10, which was Magnite. Magnite took the turn in 4th spot, dropped back a placing and finished on 5th. The winner here was 14 Trainer, who got that race by a neck. Number 13 is Sangeeta. Sangeeta had 1 start in race number 110, where Sangeeta was slowly out of the gates, was in 12th spot as they entered the home straight, then came up with a run and made up a placing and finished on 11th out of 13 runners. The winner here was Flamingo Road, who got that race by a length and a quarter. Number 14 is Sun God. Sun God, after being unpaced in the first 4 start of the season, finally Sun God finished on 2nd in the last start. After being in 4th spot at the turn, then made up some placings and did the next best thing, finished on 2nd to the runaway winner, which was Dubai King. And Sun God today win by Vinay Jaswal. We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon, the Governor's Cup for horses rated 95 and above to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. The first runners we're looking at is Tigrio and Ironclad. Tigrio has been a winner in couple of starts earlier part of the season in race number 17 and 23 subsequently. And Tigrio over here in race number 126 took the turn in 10th spot, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 7th. Ironclad, who was having first start in the Calcutta track, took the turn in 9th spot, dropped back slightly and finished on 11th of 12 runners. The winner here was Seed Courageous. Number 3 is Stockbridge. Stockbridge had a second place effort in an earlier start and reached number 51 behind Euphoric over 2,200 meters. The start we are looking at is over 2,800 meters. This was a Queen's Cup where Stockbridge was in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was 3rd Avenue. Number 4 is Destroyer. Destroyer won a couple of races already in the season. The 2000 Guineas, then won a handicap over 1600 meters. Over here, this was a super mile where Destroyer was on the start to finish mission, but then ran out of gas after the early exertions and eventually finished on last. The winner here was a Star is Born, who got that race by half a length. Number 5 is Siege Perilous. Siege Perilous finally saw the winning course in race number 113 over 1400 meters, beating Casino. Then in race number 119, Siege Perilous took the turn in 5th spot, stayed on in 5th. The winning here was Star Glory, who got that race by almost half a length. We move on to the 6th race of the year from the 55 Exchange Calcutta Sun Ledger 2024, the last and final and longest classic of the season for Indian horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 2,800 meters. We got only 2 runners. Number 1 is Power Racer. This run we are looking at is from race number 130, where Power Racer was in 10th spot, dropped back and eventually finished on 11th. The winner here was Blackstone. Power Racer did run in the 2000 Guineas, where he finished on 6th. Number 2 is Truth. Truth has had a couple of second place efforts in the Golconda Derby and Deccan Derby. The run we are looking at is from the Stayers Cup, where Truth took the turn in 6th spot, dropped back and eventually finished on last. This was over 3,000 meters and the winner here was Dip. Truth today ridden by Imran Chisti and Power Racer the mount of Vinay Jaiswal. We move on to the 7th and last race of the day, the 55 Exchange Mile. For horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. The first runner we're looking at Sea Lion, who had a second place efforts in an earlier start in race number 3 behind Basharat. The run we're looking at is Sea Lion, who dislodged the rider early on and eventually finished on riderless. As you can see, the jockey escaped without any injuries, which was a good thing. We got 3 runners from race number 129. Shabankar was in a start to finish mission, then started to take its early toll and eventually Shabankar dropped back and finished on 4th. Number 7 was Basharat. Basharat, as usual, was slowly out of the gate. This time there was no big run from Basharat, eventually finished on 6th. Number 8, Burmese, who was also a little slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 7th spot, then dropped back and finished on 8th. The winner here was Magneto, who got that race by half a length. Number 3 is Tiger Mountain. 3 starts for Tiger Mountain in the season. Couple of placed efforts. Race number 56 was first start. Finished on 3rd to White Roses. The run we are looking at is from race number 112, where Tiger Mountain took the turn in 6th spot and started to really warm up towards the inside late into the scene and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Artemis Ignitia, who got that race by 2 1/4 lengths. Number 4 is Amber Knight, who has had an outstanding season so far. Winner in race number 43, winner in race number 49, winner in race number 71, and last start, race number 106, was in 2nd spot at the end of the home straight, then took charge into the last 100 meters and won the race, beating Kiefer into 2nd, thus completing 4 wins in the season. Today the mount of Vivek G. Number 5 is Dubai Gold. Dubai Gold had a win in race number 35. The one we are looking at is race number 56, where Dubai Gold was in 4th spot at the end of the home straight, then started to drop back and eventually finished on 7th of 9 runners. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race by 5 lengths. Dubai Gold today the mount of Shahzad Khan. Number 6 is Douglas. Douglas, after coming up from southern India, one start for Douglas in race number 117, the one we are looking at, was in 8th spot as they entered the home straight and tried to gradually make improvement and eventually finished on 3rd in the money. The winner here was Royal Mysore, who eventually got the race by half length. Douglas today the mount of R.S. Bhatti. Number 9 is Parker, the final runner we are going to preview. Parker was winner in race number 40 earlier part of the season and since then has had 3 placed efforts. That run we are looking at is from race number 114 where Parker was in 2nd spot all throughout and eventually finished on 2nd. In a photo, the winner here was Life is Good, who won that race by 2.5 lengths. Thank you ladies and gentlemen, see you at the races, best of luck.